So today I am going to be talking about work for hire states. And this came up in a conversation I had with two SAG actors, and I am also a SAG actor, and I respect unions. And I said, I might be producing a feature next year, and it might be in Arizona. Why in Arizona? It's a work for hire state, and it will be cheaper there. And with and I totally agree with them. They were like, "What? You should be not worrying, not you should be working with the unions. They've made it very easy to work with unions now," and that is true. SAG, especially since the merger. So with AFTRA, so I agree, and especially the actor side of me, the union actor side of me agrees. The other side of me, the producer side, sees it as a lot of hassle once you start bringing unions in, and it's already, what it feels like is, oh, let's just gather some friends around, because I have a lot of friends in Arizona, both actors and crew people we could just, oh, let's just do this for a few weeks and set that up, or like for a few weekends, and then we could just get this done, and I'll just be out there for a couple months. And even if we had to shoot only on weekends, like I could get that done and just be really informal about it. And then once I have to start thinking about unions, then I have to start thinking about all the regulations that go with that. So the producer side of me, who wants to keep things simple and inexpensive, is like, Arizona sounds so good. And so, I'm teeter-tottering. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I like simplicity, and I like a lighthearted feel to things too. And I'm gonna actually, it's important that I mention this right now. On my sets, I actually go out of my way to make sure people feel happy and comfortable and are well fed with healthy food and foods that they love. And if you take my course, you know that I send emails like, is there any food you like to have on set? Do you have any allergies, anything like that? What are your food preferences? Are you vegetarian? I find that stuff out because it's important, because I know I've been on sets where I basically got canned beans and with tons of toxins and MSG and stuff I don't eat, and tons of sugar. And, I just, not only do I find that sort of, I don't know, sort of disrespectful, but also I feel like it backfires, because even though maybe that producer was saving money, I was on MSG, I'm a basket case. And I don't want to do that for two reasons. One, I don't want to treat people that way, and I also don't want to slow down the production or see mistakes or see people not as coordinated on set. It's just so many things, or grouchy. I know some people get grouchy on MSG. I just get super sleepy and I get hot flashes. So that wasn't, and I ended up having to bring my own food to that set. It was so weird. And so, and added to my work load, which was already a lot because I was producing. So, and I just make sure there's, that people are comfortable and the temperature is good as much as I can, even in desert shoots. I do my best. And so, and that's really what SAG is for, to make sure actors are taken care of and safe and healthy and are getting proper nutrition and water and bathrooms and shade if necessary, or warmth if it's winter. So I am hyper conscious of that, because I just look at situations and I go, would I be happy as an actor having to, be in high heels in a bathing suit in wintertime and be in a holding that is, outdoor, but maybe covered in a tent? Would I be happy like that? No. Then that's not an appropriate situation. But I digress. We're going back to work for hire states. I feel like it's okay that I would go out to a work for hire state in order to shoot this upcoming production, because it would be less expensive, and also I take care of my people, and I'm very hyper conscious of that. So I'm making this video just to give you the distinction of what a work for hire state is versus, say, shooting in New York or shooting in Los Angeles or Chicago, and the distinction on that. And I don't encourage it or discourage it. I always encourage you to treat your people right, because they're, even if you're paying them, they're still doing a tough job. It's definitely tough to be out for 12 hours, sometimes in harsh conditions, often outside, and making art and doing technical work. So, you got to treat your people right. So you should just do that regardless of whether there's a union telling you to do so or not. I'm just saying in some situations it might be useful to go to a state that is a work for hire state that doesn't have to follow the union regulations, and you can just get your job done, your movie done. And yeah, I mean, you still have to follow some things, because if you want to go get distribution, you still need your script supervisor there making notes and having your production book and all that stuff. But thinking on a very small scale, which is who I teach short film acting. If you go to New York or LA, they're going to be like, are you SAG signatory? And it's going to be a little bit different than if you're like in, Tucson, Arizona or Mesa, and you're looking for actors. And I encourage you to go get SAG actors, but you don't have to stick to their regulations, the SAG stuff, when you're in that state. So that's it for today. And to all the union actors, of which I am one, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm trying to take advantage, because as a fledgling I'm not a fledgling, I've been doing this for 10 years. But the thing is, as someone who works with ultra low budget stuff, I am looking to make the movie that will allow me to make the movie in New York, the next one. And sometimes it's better to get the first one done and get it done 6 months, a year and a half, rather than to spend 3 years raising the money to be able to shoot it in New York or LA. So I just wanted to clarify that too. So, and then, then I can go employ you, and that's wonderful. And that's what the ultimate goal is to have the professionals work and to be in agreement with the union and all of their regulations. But sometimes it's tough when it's, ultra low budget. So that's all I'm going to say today. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk